Hello everyone, I am Krooked and I do stuff, and this is Unscripted, the series where I take a completely unscripted look at games and give it a 1 through 10 rating. And today, by request, we are playing Tiny Toon Adventures Montana's Movie Madness. This is technically Tiny Toon Adventures 2. It's for the Game Boy. Yeah. A new movie theater just opened in Acme Acres. The only problem is that Montana Max owns it.
Hey, I'm going to show some movies, so have a seat. The first one is a Western, of course. I'm the star.
Hey, Buster, I hear
The Montana's showing some bad movies. He's going to ruin all of the movies. I must stop him.
Yeah. It's Tiny Toons. You know? So, given that this is called Tiny Toon Adventures 2, I'm assuming that this is one of those times where they put the sequel to an NES game on the Game Boy. And, yeah. The music, I've said it once, I'll say it again. The music in all of these games is spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. So, you have a jump and a kick. Jumping kills the enemies, kicking stuns them. So, that's good to know. It sounds like Tiny Toons, and that just makes me happy. So when I originally started doing all the Tiny Toons games, you know, the new series had just been announced. Now that the new series is out, I can let you know it's spectacular. You should watch it if you haven't. It has all the charm of the original, and then some. Okay. Can I, like, do something to get up there, maybe? Maybe? Nope. Okay. I don't know how I'm supposed to get those carrots, but that's fine. So, I mean, this plays like Tiny Toon Adventures on the NES. Okay. Sup, Go-Go? What you doing? Okay, Buster's friends can help you out, but look out for Dizzy Devil. I don't know why they made Dizzy a bad character. Okay, Plucky. That's fine by me. You and all your lives back. Okay. That's pretty spiffy. So I guess they couldn't program you to have the character change, so, you know, they did the next best thing by giving you bonuses based on the character. This is a really simple game because it's, again, just 2 buttons. It's on the Game Boy. The levels are kind of long, actually, for being Game Boy game. The music is fantastic, like I said. It sounds really, really solid. Good jump noises, good hit noises. Just sounds good. Honestly, this plays like an NES game, but on Game Boy, which is kind of what the ideal Game Boy game is. Even the theme song that's going on right now, it's Buster and Babs's theme, but westerny. Like, the theming is absolutely out of this world. And the controls are super responsive, which was my problem with a lot of Game Boy games, is the controls weren't super responsive. It felt like you were playing a lesser game. That did me an upsetty. Because I was going in there, and it was like, no! Yeah, I mean, so far, this is checking every single box that you would want a game to check. It looks good. It sounds good. It plays good. Honestly, this is probably one of the best Super Nintendo games I've ever played. Because it's just... Or not Super Nintendo, Game Boy games. I don't know why I said Super Nintendo. It's just really solid. It plays exactly like the NES game. But I don't know. You wouldn't expect this quality out of Game Boy game. And if you played this as your first Game Boy game, chances are you'd probably have a much higher outlook on Game Boy games than someone who's played basically any other Game Boy game, because they can get rough. Eventually I'll get around to them, I'm sure, but like Mega Man Extreme is supposed to be Mega Man X, but on Game Boy, and it's a little rough. When you die, you just go back to the start of that section of the stage. You don't have to go all the way back to the beginning, which that's a huge plus as well. Start and select. Well, select doesn't do anything. Start just pauses. I think this is a really, really good game. There's no timer, so you can take things at your own pace. Which is another thing that Game Boy games aren't known for doing, because they were like, no, we want to limit your time because they're small levels, so we have to make it difficult. But I feel like this isn't a game that focuses on the difficulty, it focuses on playing. If you fall off the horses, you'll get injured. Really? No. Okay. Wow. That hurt. This is so classic Tiny Toons in every way. Let's see if the second level can keep up with this. If it can, we're headed towards a really good score for this game. It's a little annoying that you can't skip this portion of it. Buster showing off, everyone's impressed. Elmira shows up, so Buster has to dip. It's usually how it goes. Let's shoot a game of hoops. Okay, Bookworm. Avoid Plucky, make 3 baskets before time runs out. Use the control pad to move left or right, and press A or B to shoot. Shoot when the power reaches OK. I wasn't even paying attention and I got that goal. Okay. Wow. I kicked Plucky's butt. And that gives you a continue. That's easy. Awesome. Dun 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 dun. Samurai Saga. Okay. Let's go. It has kind of like a laser beam, but that looks cool. Watch out for trapdoors or lanterns. Okay, so you get little tips before things to kind of let you know what to expect. Okay. So far, I mean, this is really close to a perfect game. The only thing that I would say makes it not a perfect game is it's a little too easy. So if you're one of those gamers that really needs to have a challenge, you're not going to find it here. But as like a first game for a kid, it's pretty good. I realized I just said that if you're looking for a challenge, you're not going to find it here, and I instantly died. But that's one of those jumps that, you know, they put into games, and you're just like, that felt cheap. That jump felt cheap. Oh, man. You have to get really close to the edge for that one. When you continue, it puts you right back in the level. That's a huge plus, though. So, overall, I mean, this is a good game. It has everything right. Difficulty's a little too easy, but that's fine. Wow, I just lost on that jump 3 times in a row. I bet there's some secret that I don't know about, like, running faster. Like, oh, you can run? Okay. Okay. So I understand now. I understand. We're gonna get past that. To run, you have to hit down twice. Or down then right or left. Yeah, okay, cool. There you go. You run and you jump and you get past it. It's easy enough to figure that out on your own that you don't need like an instruction book to tell you. And I didn't listen to Plucky, so I had to pay attention to lanterns. The lanterns are actually different colors if they're the ones that fall. I could have done better to avoid that, but you know. Oh, you can also kick the lanterns out of the sky. Awesome. So, oh, that was my fault. So overall, other than being just a little too easy, which is probably going to put people off, really the only score I can give this is a 9 out of 10 because it does everything right in every conceivable way except it's easy. And as a sequel to Tiny Toon Adventures on the NES, it does fantastic. That game just has, you know, the difficulty factor going for it as well, but this is a solid 9 out of 10. And if you like Tiny Toons as much as I do, or if you like the new Tiny Toons series as much as I do, go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button so that way you never miss out on an episode of Unscripted. Don't forget to click that notification bell so that way you'll be notified whenever a new episode of Unscripted comes out. And with all that being said and done, I do want to thank you for watching Unscripted, and I will see you on the next episode. Bye!